When it comes to weight loss, no two people are the same. That's why Noom builds personalized plans based on your unique psychology and biology. Take Brittany. After years of unsustainable diets, Noom helped her lose 20 pounds and keep it off.
I was definitely in a yo-yo cycle for years of just losing weight, gaining weight, and it was exhausting.
And Stephanie. She's a former D1 athlete who knew she couldn't outtrain her diet, and she lost 38 pounds.
My relationship to food before Noom was never consistent.
And Evan, he can't stand salads, but he still lost 50 pounds with Noom.
I never really was a salad guy. That's just not who I am. Even through the pickiness, Noom taught me that building better habits builds a healthier lifestyle. I'm not doing this to get to a number. I'm doing this to feel better.
Get your personalized plan today at Noom.com. Real Noom users compensated to provide their story. In 4 weeks, the typical Noom user can expect to lose 1 to 2 pounds per week. Individual results may vary.
On today's Smart 7, Starmer claims success in channel gang crackdown, The Onion snaps up Infowars, and much more. It's Friday 15th of November, it's Recycling Day, and happy birthday, Shailene Woodley.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
When the Labour government cancelled the long-awaited Rwanda scheme, Prime Minister Keir Starmer promised that instead of flying migrants to Africa, his government would focus on smashing the gangs that transport asylum seekers across the Channel. He created a new border security command and increased diplomatic efforts with European allies to help crack down on both sides of the Channel. And on Thursday, he was happy to announce that a joint investigation had led to the arrest of a Turkish man at Schiphol Airport who is suspected of supplying many of the boats that traffickers use.
This is a significant arrest. Obviously, I'm very pleased that the National Crime Agency has been centrally involved in this. We've been bearing down on law enforcement here, and this shows that that approach is bearing fruit.
Craig Turner is the Deputy Director of Investigations at the National Crime Agency, and he says that the arrest could be a significant blow to the trafficking gangs.
He has been one of the top targets for the National Crime Agency over several years. This individual has been suspected of being one of the most prolific suppliers of engines, boats and other maritime equipment to cross-channel smugglers.
America seems to be going through some things at the moment as Donald Trump continues to fire out new appointments to his MAGA cabinet. The latest announcement on Thursday evening was RFK Jr. as health secretary, a man who is a vaccine skeptic and conspiracy theorist, could be in charge of the health of the American nation. And even some of Donald's more rational picks are already making alarming statements, including new ambassador to Israel, former governor Mike Huckabee.
Is a special place because God made it special. You know, I'm a simple guy. I believe the scripture. Genesis 12. Those who bless Israel will be blessed. Those who curse Israel will be cursed. I want to be on the blessing side, not the curse side.
In another plot twist, conspiracy theorist Alex Jones lost control of his Infowars channel on Thursday as it was sold off as part of a bankruptcy caused by his consistent lies about the Sandy Hook school shooting. Infowars has been bought by satirical site The Onion, who intend to use it to parody the likes of Jones. As the rest of the world tries not to panic, UK Chancellor Rachel Reeves says she's confident the UK can deal with the Donald Trump madness.
We have worked with a Trump administration in the US before, and trade flows between the UK and the US grew during that period. I'm confident that we can work in partnership with the new Trump government to ensure that those trade flows continue.
After a mixed reaction to her first budget, Chancellor Rachel Reeves turned her attention to pensions on Thursday. She's planning to shake up the existing structure of 86 local government pension schemes in England and Wales, with the intention of creating 8 new mega funds, which would have enough money and purchasing power to get better value from their investments. It's modelled on the consolidated pension fund schemes in use in Canada, Norway and Australia, which have had major impact and proved to be useful allies when it comes to investing in national infrastructure. Pensions Minister Emma Reynolds says that it could make a real difference.
We estimate by 2030, defined contribution schemes and local government pension schemes will total around £1.3 trillion worth of investment, and that's what we're talking about reforming.
The results are in from the National Pharmacy Association ballot, and it's bad news. In a high turnout vote, 99% of independent pharmacy owners have voted to take strike action, which will take the form of a work to rule and mean reduced opening hours for patients. The reason for the vote in the first place was to draw government attention to the drastic funding crisis in the local pharmacy sector, which has been exacerbated by the rise in employers' national insurance in the budget. Olivier Picard from the MPA says the action may mean the end of free home deliveries and members' withdrawal from some community schemes.
We have had 10 years of chronic underfunding. The government has still yet to come to the table and negotiate with pharmacy to give us a deal for this year, which means that we still be paid at the rate of 2016. But more importantly, enough is enough.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, England win on the road and Cameron Diaz makes a comeback 10 years later. Right after this.
When it comes to weight loss, no two people are the same. That's why Noom builds personalized plans based on your unique psychology and biology. Take Brittany. After years of unsustainable diets, Noom helped her lose 20 pounds and keep it off.
I was definitely in a yo-yo cycle for years of just losing weight, gaining weight, and it was exhausting.
And Stephanie. She's a former D1 athlete who knew she couldn't out-train her diet, and she lost 38 pounds.
My relationship to food before Noom was never consistent.
And Evan, he can't stand salads, but he still lost 50 pounds with Noom.
I never really was a salad guy. That's just not who I am. Even through the pickiness, Noom taught me that building better habits builds a healthier lifestyle. I'm not doing this to get to a number. I'm doing this to feel better.
Get your personalized plan today at Noom.com. Real Noom users compensated to provide their story. In 4 weeks, the typical Noom user can expect to lose 1 to 2 pounds per week. Individual results may vary.
Welcome back. Thursday night saw the final rounds of the Nations League stages get underway. England face Greece and then take on the Republic of Ireland on Sunday, while Scotland are in action on Friday and Wales on Saturday. It's only the teams in League A who can make it to the quarter-finals in March and then on to the summer-finals, but England were hoping for a win to gain promotion from Group B2. Ironically, after his complaints about players dropping out of the squad, captain Harry Kane started on the bench with Ollie Watkins preferred up front. That decision paid off for temporary manager Lee Carsley as Watkins grabbed an early goal and the game finished 3-0 to England. Carsley was delighted with an away win and the opportunity to try some new talent.
I think it represents that we're moving in the right direction. I think, we won't get too carried away. We've got a big game now on Sunday at Wembley, so yeah, we're looking forward to that. It's important now that we recover and get ready for that.
Friday sees Ridley Scott's epic Gladiator 2 finally hit the cinemas. To promote the movie, it seems like there's been an endless parade of appearances from the stars, including Denzel Washington, Pedro Pascal and Irish favourite Paul Mescal. Director Ridley Scott says making a movie on the scale of Gladiator 2 is colossally stressful, but he's still rumoured to be working on a script for Gladiator 3. Mescal had big sandals to fill as he stepped into the central role, made famous by Russell Crowe, but he's loved the whole experience, as he told Sky at the London premiere.
I'm excited to play with what an audience is expecting of me, and this has been an absolutely, I keep using the word overwhelming, but I think if this isn't slightly overwhelming, I don't know what the hell is. I'm having a great time.
It's been 10 years since we saw Cameron Diaz in a new movie, maybe because her last role in Annie back in 2014 didn't exactly fill critics with joy. Now she's back, but not in a rom-com, in an action adventure, along with her Annie co-star Jamie Foxx. The good news is there's no singing in this one. Instead, she and Foxx play a married couple who are retired CIA agents until they are called back for one last mission. It's called Back in Action, and it hits Netflix in January.
What is going on?
We were operatives for the CIA.
Like Jason Bourne?
Yeah, but we remember stuff.
Yeah. I knew you guys were lying about some things, but I never thought you were cool enough to be spies.
I mean, that's not why we're cool.
Yeah, that's not why we're cool.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes. We'll give you the world.
At Leidos, a brilliant mind is smart, but a brilliant team is smarter. A ship that finds enemy subs is smart, but an autonomous fleet, that's smarter. Defending against cyber attacks? Smart. stopping attacks before they start, smarter. And using AI tools is smart. But integrating trusted mission AI into your technology is smarter. We're not just making technology solutions in national security and health. We're making smart smarter. Leidos.